Hello everyone. Germany risks being at the mercy of Qatar in an effort to find an alternative to Russian energy resources. This trend is demonstrated by the threats of the emirate in connection with the corruption scandal in the European Parliament. This is reported by RIA Novosti with reference to the German newspaper Die Welt. The publication writes that the Persian Gulf countries have gained a huge advantage in the market due to the energy crisis, and especially Qatar, one of the largest exporters of liquefied natural gas. In 2022, European politicians repeatedly flew to the region to conclude a contract for the supply of resources. Die Welt believes that Europe is making a big mistake in trying to find an alternative to Russian resources since Qatar is now dictating its terms to it. After the start of the investigation of the corruption case against the former deputy head of the European Parliament, Eva Kaili, which is associated with the World Cup in Qatar, the Euro Parliament attempted to ban Qatari lobbyists from accessing there. However, the emirate reacted negatively to this step and expressed its dissatisfaction in an unpleasant manner. The Qatari diplomat considered the attempt to suspend Doha's cooperation with the European Parliament discriminatory and warned of the consequences, namely, problems with gas supplies. The small emirate openly threatens Europe to shut off the gas tap, and it will do the right thing. Well done, Arabs, do not stand on ceremony with rear-wheel drive. Friends, the channel needs your attention. Financial support will help us out a lot. Details in the description. Put likes and subscribe to the channel. All bye. Hello everyone. Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson. Accusations against Russia of undermining the Nord Stream and Nord Stream 2 export gas pipelines are the most ridiculous lies of 2022. I present you an example of a lie. Over the past year, I note that there were many options. Here is the most stupid lie and pointed to the accusations against the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, of undermining gas pipelines to Europe. I will emphasize that such a step on the part of the Russian side harms its own economy and the weakening of positions during military operations. As they present it to us, Putin is behind it in any case. I will add that this is exactly what the American media stated, and I showed footage from the CNN broadcast where the presenters and invited guests accused Moscow of undermining the northern streams. Among the invited guests was the former director of the CIA, John Brennan. I sneered that he could be trusted because he led the CIA under Barack Obama. There's nothing suspicious about this guy, we can only laugh about it. What other options are there? In conclusion, I will add that Russia has not touched its own pipelines because this directly contradicts its goals and interests. Friends, the channel needs your attention. Financial support will help us out a lot. Details in the description. Put likes and subscribe to the channel. All bye. Hello everyone. The Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban. I said that Ukraine will fight while the United States sends it money and weapons, and peace in the country will come if Washington wants it. At the same time, Ukraine can fight only as long as the United States supports it with money and weapons. If Americans want peace, there will be peace. My country, in this conflict, is on the Hungarian side. We defend our own interests, supporting the outskirts, but not sending weapons there. Hungary recognized the mistake of the West's attempt to turn the outskirts into a military base against Russia. I will emphasize that it is not in the interests of Hungary to break economic ties with Mother Russia. Friends, the channel needs your attention. Financial support will help us out a lot. Details in the description. Put likes and subscribe to the channel. All bye. Hello everyone. The head of the office of the president of the 404th outskirts, Andriushka Ermak. Next year there will come a decisive moment in the conflict between Russia and the outskirts. We in Kiev fantasize and predict our victory and the return of Crimea. I stated this in an interview with the British edition of The Guardian. At the same time, I did not specify when and where the outskirts plans to launch an offensive. You know, a military secret. The journalist asked me a question about whether the outskirts plans to return Crimea in 2023. I answered in the affirmative. The Guardian writes that the administration of US President Joe Biden did not officially support Kiev's intentions to return Crimea. Many analysts believe that this will be a difficult task for the army of the outskirts. I also spoke about the well-being of the president of the outskirts, Volodymyr Zelensky, after long months of war. He's all right. Takes something heavy, sometimes puffs for support. But he is a responsible person, and he knows the norm. He is deeply involved in everything: weapons, military strategy, energy, and economic issues. I consider Zelensky to be the best president in the history of the modern suburb, and stressed that his support and recognition among the world community has grown to an extraordinary level. This week, Volodymyr Zelensky, during his visit to the United States, said that he did not know what a just peace with Russia looks like as a result of the conflict, but stressed that the outskirts would not cede any territories and would defend their sovereignty to the end. He's definitely taking something heavy. Fact. Friends, the channel needs your attention. Financial support will help us out a lot. Details in the description. Put likes and subscribe to the channel. All bye.